Like, what did I literally say, chat, before going to the Wuwa anniversary? Like, a couple days before. I said I have extremely tempered expectations. I played these games before. I never really go into any gacha game anniversary with too many expectations. I find it, you don't feel as fucking shitty if you have less expectations. If Wuwa's anniversary livestream removed Carlotta's skin for me, as well as the Cyberpunk 2077 Edgerunners announcement, it was pretty fucking meh for me. Like, I didn't really care for it. It was like, obviously the skin and the collab were included, so like that was good, but like, you know, collab isn't until whenever in 2026. We don't fucking know if it's January 2026 or December 2026, so it could be way far from now, right? So that doesn't exactly make me excited for the now, like 2.3. So like, realistically, the only thing that I'm happy with is the Carlotta skin. Everything else is like pretty fucking run-of-the-mill average, which is like, AKA for an anniversary, is pretty meh. Can ZZZ have a way better anniversary? Who the fuck knows? They could do the same exact shit. Like I said, I'm gonna go into ZZZ's anniversary livestream with the same fucking mentality, where I don't expect anything, and if there is something, I'll just be pleasantly surprised. Yeah, the skin isn't, wait. Does Carlotta skin's not 2.3 either? Okay, well, I mean, then 2.3 is even more meh for me. Only thing that actually got me hyped as fuck was the Cyberpunk collab. Like, that shit was crazy, but it's all the way to 2026. No, I think the Cyberpunk collab announcement was actually, like, I don't think anybody saw that coming. I don't even think leakers saw that shit coming. That shit was, like, completely out of left field. I was like, what the fuck? That was pretty cool. And they said it's, like, when they first showed it, I thought it was going to be, like a collab for Wuthering Waves inside of Cyberpunk for some reason, where it's like, oh wow, we're gonna get Wuwa characters in Cyberpunk, but it was the other way around, where we're getting Cyberpunk characters in Wuwa, which is pretty fucking sick. On the banner thing, right? I think the issue most people have is that it's more so for newer players or returning players, right? Which obviously makes sense, right? A game wants to do that, but it just feels bad for players who have been around. Because, like, what? It's an anniversary. What makes a game, or any, I guess, like, group or anything, right, want to signify an anniversary? It's because it's been a whole year, or it's been X amount of years, and you've come a long way all the way to this point with this said group of individuals that are involved with that project or with that game, or etc., right? So you would think with the anniversary, it's like, sure, there's things like, you know, for new players, but then there should also be like something really rewarding for old players. And unless you're telling me, Bafab, you could go onto the web event and see a recap of your year on what you did in Wuwa. That's the reward. That's not a fucking reward, bro. That's basically like a fucking picture book of what we've done in the past year, right? Like, I think there probably should have been something to be like, oh, these banners are great for like new and returning players, but for all you guys who have been sticking with us for this past year, and especially with Salon Lee saying like, man, like, we had a really rough start. We took all that feedback, and, you know, we've only gotten better and better. 100% true. But who stuck through all that? Us. We've been here since day one. We've stuck through all that. How come we're not really getting anything more than like what the newer players and returning players are getting, right? Like, it just feels a little stinky. So, I don't know. It's player friendly for new and returning players. I don't think it's that player friendly for players who have been actively playing the whole time. Because if you've been actively playing Wuthering Waves, you do not have polls to fucking pull Zani, Chiokona, and whatever else is on that, like, 8-character banner or 10-character banner. You don't, all right? How do you? If you're a free-to-play, you definitely don't. If you're pulling for Zani, you're fucking broke, because, first of all, Shorekeeper just reran. If you didn't have Shorekeeper before, you probably pulled for Shorekeeper, and then now you have, like, what currency do you have? You don't have that. It's for the Steam launch, which, again, is for newer players, right? What I'm saying is, what's there for players who've been here the whole time? If your office, if your business is having an anniversary to celebrate the year that you guys have, you know, struggled and worked hard together, and your boss was just like, all right, here we go. Thank you, everybody, for sticking around with us, working hard. We've gone through some tough times, and now here's a new sign-up incentive. And then all the workers who've been here for the past year is like, wait, what? That doesn't affect us. It's like, right? It's kind of something like that, but obviously not entirely, because don't get me wrong, as like active players were still getting stuff, right? There's events, there's polls, stuff like that, etc. Right? I think someone said there's like 40-ish polls or whatever, right? We're not counting all like the exploration events. I don't exactly know, but sure, there's still rewards, right? That's not bad, but I just felt like there should have been something to counterbalance those rerun banners that would be more beneficial for like existing players, you know? Because I feel like the new rerun banners are more so for newer and returning players, not so much for existing players. I feel like there should have been something to balance that, but there isn't, so it kind of is whatever. That's why I felt it was pretty meh. Aren't 10 of those pulls after Zani banner? Not sure. I mean, I guess it could be a little stinky if you really want a Zani, but Chiokona's, at least for me, I'm gonna be honest, Chiokona for me is my more demand character right now, because I'm gonna be playing a crazy Cardathea team comp. What is this in comparison to a standard patch? 100-ish is standard, 10 more-ish for free-to-plays. Same shit. Everybody's saying 10 to 20-ish difference. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, man. I don't think 10 to 20 polls differential between an average patch and an anniversary is like that amazing. It's kind of 2.2 was cut short. Yes, 2.2 was cut short. We're not comparing to 2.2, right? We're comparing to the average patch. So I don't think that really matters. 12 characters and we can't guarantee one character. Check this. What is this? Okay, so this is the free-to-play convenes without Lunite subscription per version. I have to be completely objective about this, right? I think 2.0 having the most polls is not ridiculous to think, because it's a whole new region, right? So exploration and all that, you're just gonna naturally get more. It's just obvious. It's just obvious. But like compared to 2.1, 2.3, and then 2.2 was a shorter patch. So like we are looking at around about 100 is like probably the benchmark of an average patch, right? For free-to-plays. Yeah, 2.3 is looking like 10 more on average. Yeah. They just took the polls from this patch and used it as Anni rewards. Seems a little stinky. Yeah. It is kind of funny to say, and I keep saying this, 2.4 is way more hype to me than 2.3 as an anniversary. This is why, if you guys actually go back a couple months, when we were discussing anniversary for Wuwa, it always felt weird to me that you guys were saying Zani was going to be the anniversary character and not Cardathea. Because everything for me felt like Cardathea should have been the anniversary character. But now that we're here, it honestly feels like Cardathea's patch sounds more hype to me than the anniversary patch. Because, like, sure, we got all the anniversary events. Sure, we got Zani and Chikona. But Cardathea, we have Cardathea and then whoever else, right? And then we have the summer skins coming out. And it's like, oh my fuck. Or it could be anniversary part 2, right? There is a hypothetical situation where Kuro is splitting the anniversary into 2. I don't think so, because I don't think 2.3 is a shortened patch. So that would mean it's a really extended anniversary. That's just too long. But, you know, there's a possibility. Yeah, I think if they shortened the patch, it could be, but they didn't. So I have to continuously say this, though. Genuinely, why let shit rewards slide? Who's letting shit rewards slide, bro? I thought the fucking anniversary stream was pretty fucking meh. What is not letting it slide for you? You want me to quit Wuthering Waves? Is that what not letting it slide would be? I quit Wuthering Waves right now. That's the only way I would not let it slide. If I don't quit, I'm fucking letting them slide. I better quit right now. Yes, sir. The Caster's incident? I didn't quit HSR. The fuck you saying? I fucking rolled. I rolled Caster's. I don't fucking care what all the other content creators were saying. I fucking rolled that shit. I was sponsored too. I got the bag. I don't fucking care. Fuck them. No morals? Bro, morals and gacha is fucking literally a pointless battle. Is I going to a casino and saying and looking down at someone who's playing roulette and being like, and while you're sitting at the blackjack table being like, I got more morals than you, bitch. Relax. I ain't that risky. I'm just this risky. Like, okay, but like you're both in a casino. You can still call it out. What did I talk about in the first hour of my stream? What do you mean I'm not calling it out? I literally said it's meh. I literally ranted about how I feel like the banners are only catering really to new and returning players. Nah, listen, Mayo, type right now that you just joined stream like 5 minutes ago, please. You can go into the VOD. I had a whole rant about why I think all the rerun banners are pretty much pointless for active players, and why I think the developers need to give a little bit something for the players that are stuck through thick and, like, you know, all the fucking issues that were in the beginning of the game, and then basically kept supporting the company, and it feels like they aren't really doing that. And I think all the banners and stuff like that are pretty much for new players. And I think comparing like the polls based on an average patch versus the anniversary patch, only 10 to maybe 20 more polls is not really that fucking much, right? We're making it pretty meh. And then the skins for Carlotta and Changli aren't even in 2.3, it's in 2.4, so that's pretty fucking meh. So what else do you want me to say, huh?